Angie Tillman with Blunt Memorial, and she is sharing the missing links to weight loss success. And you know, it's crazy. My sister was just in here earlier. If you saw her on the Fox show, she's actually just lost 100 pounds. Is that not
that is
absolutely
amazing?
crazy?
That's a huge accomplishment. Huge and very challenging.
Walking and just eating right. That's
fantastic.
What she said.
That's awesome.
But you have a little bit more as well.
So I think for a lot of people, especially when they have a significant amount of weight like that to lose, it can just be overwhelming, and they may change their diet, they may start doing a little bit of exercise and just not really see the success that they want. So I always have them tune into a few other areas that may be missing links. So that's what I wanted to talk about today.
Okay, so what are some of those areas?
So number one is sleep. We hear a lot about sleep, and there's new research. You know, there's certain times in our lives that we're just not going to get good sleep, and when you have a new baby, that's certainly one of those times. It's just not going to happen. You do the best you can when you're there, but for many people, sleep can be such a challenge, and it may be linked to some health issues. It may be linked to bad habits. So I really encourage people, when we're sleep deprived, if weight loss or just healthier behaviors are a goal, lack of sleep raises cortisol, which is the stress hormone, and that increases our cravings for carbohydrate foods. So there's been studies that we tend to eat more on days when we're sleep deprived. So we also see other health risks linked to sleep deprivation. So I encourage people, sometimes it's just thinking about behaviors, turning off those screens an hour or so before bed, cool temperatures. For some people, just some healthy sleep hygiene habits help, but sometimes if that's not helping, you really need to seek some professional help, because lack of sleep can just make doing all the other healthy behaviors so much harder.
That's exactly right. So about 8 hours, right?
That's what most experts say, is 7 to 9 hours. And it's, you know, again, there's points in your life where we're all not going to get that.
I'll see that someday.
You'll see it again. You will see it again one day, and when we can, to aim for that.
Okay, so what are some of the other missing
So
links?
another one is stress, just stress in life. Stress, again, raises that stress hormone cortisol, and that makes everything else more challenging. So when it comes to stress, sometimes we can use things like healthy forms of stress management, like exercise, like just talking with our friends, journaling, lots of things. And for many people, if you're going through an extremely stressful time, it's really worth reaching out to a professional, doing some counseling, because it's sort of getting those bases covered before we can move on to even worrying about a diet. If we're under so much stress, then we're turning to food for emotions and things like that. So sometimes we have to start with the basics.
I will say running for me is just that ease, that peace of mind. You just need a good quick run in to kind of let it all out.
Such a great stress management as any form of exercise.
That's right. Okay, so what's another link?
So I want to talk about body image. I think for many people, it's so easy to get caught up in being unhappy with our body, and that does not typically link to better health behaviors. In fact, it often links to the reverse of that, of actually some self-defeating behaviors. So we see a lot of this like in social media. If someone is working on getting healthier and they're following people for fit inspiration or fitspo, we see these people who are, oftentimes you're looking at things that are not making you feel good about yourself, they're making you feel bad about yourself. That's not going to be good fitness inspiration. So we need to think about feeling good about our body, doing things that make us feel better every day, exercising because we feel better, and making healthier choices, not to punish ourselves, but to feel better.
And a lot of the times it's not even the weight on the scale, it's just about how you feel.
It's how you feel, and that can make all the difference.
Are we having any more links that we're missing, or is that?
Last thing is self-care. Women especially tend to put themselves on the bottom of the list. Find time to do something fun. As a new mom, oh my gosh, one of the hardest times in your life to find time for self-care. It gets easier with time, but you have to make it a priority.
That's exactly right. Go out with some friends, get a glass of wine, enjoy some time, again, outside of the house. But
absolutely.
Angie, seriously, every time you come in here, I feel like I learned something new. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Where can people find more information?
I'm at Blunt Memorial at the Weight Management Center.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right. Well, you are watching Fox 43 News this morning. When we come back, Baby Langwer, the name choices for the one at the zoo. Langer, that's what it is. For the name choices for one of the Zoo Knoxville's newest additions, and when we'll find out what you voted for, that's coming up.